Starting the stream up. Postgame live. Tuesday night edition. Knicks fight all night, J. Ellis, in Indy. Start the game off with a spirited effort led by our friend Damian Dotson, whole team Dot.
Yeah.
Kevin Knox with a strong start. And yes, even Emmanuel Mudiay chipped in with some solid play. Couldn't hold on, man. Couldn't hold on. Pacers go out on a 6 3-pointers in the third quarter. A 30-21 lead in scoring in the third quarter. And shoot out to about a 16-point lead, man. And that was pretty much all she wrote. We end up fighting back. But just couldn't put it together, man. Couldn't close, man. Give me your takeaways on tonight's game, bro.
Yeah, Dot continues to shoot well from three.
Yep.
He shot 50% from three, but finishes the game with 37%, which kind of goes with the theme I've been saying for a while. The layups, the in-between game has to be cleaned up a little bit. The 3-point shot is on point. So shout out to Dot. I want to put the whole team together though, but good game for Dot.
Whole team.
Yeah, whole team. Shout out whole team.
Yeah, man. So Dotson finishes with 18 points, 6 rebounds. How about Kevin Knox tonight, man? Strong game from Kevin Knox. Foul trouble was really what slowed him down, man. What you think about Knox's game tonight?
I like what I'm seeing from Knox, man. I like that I see the offense is coming back around. He had a run in December when he was playing well. Yeah. But he was pretty aggressive. He seemed alert. He was a little overzealous with the fouls. The defense has a long way to go on multiple facets. Mm-hmm. But I like that the stroke is looking good. Yep. The jump shot, right? Especially from three as well. Like today from three, the Knicks been pretty okay. He shot 80% from three today. A couple of those shots were pretty tough. Yeah, it hit some nice ones. Yeah. It hit some nice ones, man. So, it was good to see Kev out there. 16 points, 5 rebounds for Knox. 4 or 5 from three. You know, listen, the foul woes really is what really slowed him down. Yeah. But I thought he started the game well, and I thought in those closing minutes, I thought he had some good minutes for us in trying to come back. So we're down by 16 in the fourth. Knicks going a 17-4 run in the fourth. Cut it to as much as 3, one possession game on a Mudiay 3-pointer. And next inbounds play, DSJ almost gets the steal. Almost gets the steal. And he probably would have thrown it off the backboard when he got it. Oh, yeah, that would have been nice. You know what I mean? Yeah. But, they just couldn't get it. And the fouling them, they go back up 5, and that was all she wrote, man. Yeah, man. And another thing is the turnovers. Hurt us a lot. Yeah. Even DeAndre had a nice statistical game. Another double, 12 points. Yeah. 16 rebounds, 5 assists, but he also had, I believe he had 5 turnovers as well. So it's like it kind of negates all the nice passes he had. But still nice statistical game. And DSJ too is having problems with the turnovers. I know him was he had problems with turnovers in Dallas. And you starting to see some of the sloppy passes that he's throwing over here with the Knicks right now. In the beginning, when he first came here, I liked the way he was kind of running the offense, but now it's looking a little shaky. But plus 11 for DSJ, even though his numbers aren't well. 7 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. That's how the plus minus can get a little can get a little deceiving a little bit, right? Yeah. Usually when it's like that, I feel like it might be like a defense. Maybe you cause some defensive havoc somewhere. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't. It's plus 11 though. I said, wow. Yeah. I think DSJ's kind of taken a couple steps back lately. Mudiay had it tonight. Tonight was Mudiay's night, man. Tonight was Mudiay's night. Say what you will. Mudiay definitely played well. I agree with you. DeAndre Jordan bounced back from an off night in Soda. Definitely started doing his thing tonight, but second half was third quarter. Point blank was all Pacers. Miles Turner turned it up. I was looking forward to seeing Miles versus Mitch in the battle of the bigs, but Mitch also caught foul trouble. Was rendered pretty much ineffective for a good stretch of the game.
Wanted to see how Mitch was going to go after Sabonis and Miles Turner, man. But Miles Turner was a beast tonight, man. Beast.
Yeah, Miles Turner was the beast. That was the real test for that guy. And somebody else who's actually long, and he's an inside-out guy, too. So you can't just, patrol the paint. And that's where we got in trouble a little bit. When you start hitting those threes, you know where to go. But I do like that Mitch continued the block streak. The block streak is still going.
The block streak is still going for the Block Nest Monster. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So I definitely appreciate that. The rebounds, those were I'm really concerned. The rebounds and the fouls. I think he only like 2 rebounds today. I would like to see that be higher. And he's been doing well at rebounding in general. So it's a hiccup. I expect a nice bounce back from around the game for my guy Mitch.
Hey man, those Pacers bigs, man, are they're tough bunch, man. Tough bunch between Sabonis and Miles Turner. Surprisingly that they still in 4th in the East, man. We thought when Oladipo went down that they would be finished. We were trying to give him Timmy for nothing.
Yeah.
We were trying to give him Timmy like, hey, you need a shooting guard, we got you. But they got Wes Matthews and they haven't really skipped a beat, really.
Yeah, like what it is with these guys is the defense is carrying them.
They play a good defense.
Yeah, like they shut us down for a while with that defense. And they can really get into you. You can tell, though, they do miss Victor in those closing moments.
Right.
They missed 10 straight shots
in
the 4th quarter. And usually, crunch time, you go to Victor, everybody's calmed down and everything's okay. But that shows you how much a closer is needed.
Great point. Need a closer, man. Need a closer. But outside of that, they move the ball well. They spread the ball well. Miles Turner can spread it. Sabonis can spread it. They can take you inside. They can take you outside. They play excellent defense. Their guard plays solid between Collison, Holiday, my guy Corey Joseph. It's a scrappy Pacer team, man. They're very athletic. They can move guys around different positions. Solid coach by Nate McMillan.
Yeah,
man.
Pretty good job. I can't wait to see Mitch shoot that 3 like Miles, yo.
Yeah, I wish just let him shoot one. Give me one shot attempt from the Block Nest Monster.
Yeah, man, yo, there was one play like they left him out there, all alone, and it was like, oh, he's not gonna shoot from there. And in the back of my mind, I was like, just pull one real quick, just to let him know. But he's a good disciple. He's gonna listen to the coach and not do that until next year. But I really wanted to see him pull that one.
Factuals,
like
man.
4th quarter or something. Man. Go ahead.
Hell yeah, man. So that was a lot of our takeaways. We want to hear from you guys. Dolan responded today. We're gonna get into the Dolan interview with the Michael K show. That's the only show that he does. But he had a lot to say, Jay Ellis, and you're gonna be surprised at my reaction. So stay tuned for that. Charles Barkley called out KD and Kyrie on what it means to play in New York. Had some shocking comments in that regard. So. A lot to talk about, man. But listen, this is a Knicks show. This is a basketball show. But I'd be lying if I said I wasn't pissed as hell right now.
Oh yeah.
My Giants fans in the chat know what time it is, man. And I'm stunned, man. I'm not gonna get into this Odell trade too much, but I just say I'm pissed. I'm stunned. Tough. It's tough. It's even tough for me to do this damn show, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, Jay. I know you don't watch football like that, Jay.
Yeah, I know. I felt the pain, though.
Yo, if you would have told me that we would lose, my 2 favorite teams would ship out both their star players in 1 year. I've never seen this in all my years watching sports. We lose KP and Odell Beckham Jr. in the prime of their careers. Unbelievable, man.
New York sports fans are on suicide.
I can't believe it. Yo, literally every moment the Giants general management just reminds me of the pre-Ninja P Knicks. Because it's just, things are just not making sense now, JL. So I used to have a lot of confidence in this team that would make me delusional on what the outcome would be in the season. But now it's just, I lost faith, man.
I'm sorry, man. My chat to my group chat's going crazy, dog.
Yeah.
They're not happy in the KOT group chat.
Yeah, I lost. Amazing Linsation in your chat says Aaron Judge is next. I hope to God not, because I'm a Yankees fan too, man. But it's rough, man. But But back to hoops. Let's talk about hoops, man. Julian from Westchester wants to get in, talk about the game, and talk about Moutier. Julian, how you feeling, bro?
Hey, y'all said it yourselves, man. That Odell trade. I mean, I'm not even the Giants fan. I'm still pissed.
I'm just like, I can't believe it, man.
Jeez. Anyways, back to the game, which means nothing.
Yeah.
You know, Emmanuel Moutier, even when he plays well, even when, you know, it looks like he's doing good stuff, I still think he's trash. Like, there's two things going on with this Frank situation.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, it's way more serious than people think it is.
Oh, it has to be, man. Look how long he's been out with that injury. Has to be.
Yeah.
Or Ninja P already has something in the works. Like, already, like, you guys got it. You guys can take Frank. We'll take whatever you're giving us. And it's already guaranteed. We're just not risking him getting injured for the rest of the season. Those are only two things that I could really see happen.
Yo, honestly.
And number two is
Yo, real quick. Yo, honestly, Frank, this is the second time he injured his grind. The first time he injured his grind, I thought he came back too quick. I felt like those grind injuries take a little bit more time to heal and they linger a little bit. For some reason, I felt like he came back a little too quick, but they said he was all right. So I was like, I guess he's all right. And now, so I think it's almost like a re-aggravation. They didn't really allow it to heal in the first place for the first time, and now he's kind of paying the price for that. In my opinion.
Could be.
Go ahead, though.
But, you know, yeah. No, like, seriously, this game, first half, Kevin Knox actually, like, kind of looked like he was a pretty good rookie. You know, we haven't seen that for the past month and a half or so. But, you know, he's finally getting back into his groove. And, you know, I think the big thing with him is he needs to figure out how to impact the game in other ways.
Yes.
Because when he's not scoring, which isn't all the time, he's shown he's inconsistent. You need to be defending at a high level. You need to be rebounding at a high level. You need to be passing at a high level. All these things, which Coach Cal didn't teach him at Kentucky, and Fizz isn't doing a great job of teaching him now. So we need to see, like, little by little, like the little things. That's the things he needs to get better at. Another great game from Mitch, by the way. Even though he was in foul trouble for most of it.
Yeah, the fouls just slowed him down.
You can see. Yeah. It's like he's just not mature yet, and that's fine. He's 20 years old, hasn't played much high school ball, but this, like, it's hard for me to do this call with, like, all this NFL stuff going on, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. So, hey, and you gotta stay up, CP. I don't know what y'all are gonna do. Giants, like, oh my goodness. Yeah. I'm lost. I lost the word.
I appreciate the encouragement, Julian. I appreciate it, man.
Yo, the chat's worried about you, dog. Chat's worried about you all over the place.
Man, I've just never been in this position, Jay Ellis. I've never really been in this position, like... Oh, man. This is rough, man. This is rough, man.
Yo, chat, when I answered the phone with CP today, he was all the way off.
I was off.
Yo, he sounded like he just finished crying when I heard him.
I was off my game, man. Y'all see I got the bottle. You see I got the glass of wine tonight, man. It's not even a whiskey tonight. I'm on the wine flow tonight, man. Because it's a slow pain.
The chat is worried about you and they're making fun of the way I say groin.
Excellent, man. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard out here, man. It is hard for New York sports right now, man. Damn. All right, let's go to JJ from Brooklyn. He wants to talk about the draft and how it affects free agency. JJ, how you feeling, man?
Yo, how you guys doing, man?
Good. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, man.
Good. I just want to say for the Knicks, I feel like it's a bad thing that the draft is before free agency because say we could pick Morant, do they not draft him just because of a hope that we get Kyrie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true, man, because I feel like at least if free agency comes first, then you know what you struck out on. And,
Exactly.
You know what you then have to go after, what the priorities are, for sure.
Exactly. So that's a tough call, man. You know, like, I don't know.
Well,
what would you do?
Well, what I would do is I would you got to just see if you can get some sort of commitments, JLs. I mean, we'll talk about what Dolan said later on, but you got to see if you can get some sort of commitment so that you could plan your draft ahead accordingly. What you think, Jay? What would you think?
Yeah, that would be some back channels.
Yeah, some back channel wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, man. Send the carrier pigeon to this guy from that guy, and
get some feelers out there.
Get some feelers, yeah.
Yeah, because God forbid, say we draft Moran and Kyrie comes, then they don't fit together. They're both point guards. They both need the ball. That's not a fit.
Listen, you got
to. I guess a good problem to have in a way.
It's a good problem to have. Listen, when Golden State drafted Steph Curry, they had Monte Ellis, who was beasting still, right? And they got him up out of there eventually. So
yeah, he did though.
It's best player available, man. Best player available. You upgrade the talent and you figure it out once things kind of unfold.
I was rooting for Ellis, yo. That's my
one more question for you.
Go ahead, JJ.
Can I ask you one question real quick about Durant?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Do you think there's a better chance of him coming here if they win again, the three-peat, or if they lose? I'd probably say if they win, right?
I don't know. What do you think, Jay? I don't know what his
him leaving.
Oh, I think it's if they win, it's a wrap. I think it's even more likely he's leaving if they win.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
I don't know what his motivation would be either way, win or lose. Why the hell would he want to come here is my thing.
I actually heard an interesting take. I forgot what show I was watching. But I heard an interesting take that said it's kind of almost on the LeBron tip where he feels like there's a lot of business opportunities.
The Lakers thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And KD wants to come to New York and kind of do what LeBron is trying to do in LA.
Right. But that goes back to and appreciate the call, JJ. That goes back to what you and Macri was talking about, and it was like kind of my thing was like, well, what's his motivation? Is he trying to come here to do business, or is he trying to come here and win?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? After you go out and win 3 chips, which me and you can probably agree that they will win.
Yeah.
Unless Steph's feet fell off, his foot falls off. What's going to be his motivation after winning 3 chips? I don't know. I'm not going to say he's going to just mail it in and not care, but
Yeah, it's probably going to be somewhere in between, like LeBron.
Yeah.
You're like, all right, well, I might go half-hearted on it because the team's not fully here yet until we get some guys here to help me. But you would think that us having 2 slots would help him stay motivated, especially if you get to pick somebody to play with.
Absolutely. So we'll see, man. But good call, JJ. Shout out everybody in the chat once again. This is Knicks Postgame Live, #1 postgame show on social media for the fans, by the fans. CP from KnicksFanTV, my man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time Show. Hit that subscribe button below and the notification bell if you're a diehard Knicks fan. This is the home for you where we talk about Knicks news, Knicks rumors, and post-game live streams featuring live callers after every game. You just heard from Julian, just heard from JJ. Let's go to where are we gonna go? Let's go to Will from LI, the reigning, defending Statement Games champion, Jay Ellis.
Yo, can I borrow $10?
You know what I mean? The reigning, defending Statement Games champion. Put some respect on his name.
Yo, can I get a hat?
Hey, listen. Y'all listen, man. Just call me the new genie. Like Will Smith ain't the genie. I'm the genie. I know what's going on. Okay.
Oh man.
What's up, Gigi? How y'all doing?
Yo, hanging in there, man. Could be better, but hanging in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shout out to you, CP. Listen, I don't really care for football, but you know, I went through those same things when KP got sent. So you know, go light on the heady, okay? Don't go too crazy. Don't go J.R. Smith heady. Okay?
Yeah. I'm drinking wine tonight. I'm taking it cool, keeping it cool. You know, the wine will still get you nice, but that brown liquor will have you rocking in the morning. I got work tomorrow. I can't even do it.
Yeah, absolutely. I was playing Drake songs when got sent out. That was crazy. It was terrible. It was a crazy time.
Terrible.
But yeah, getting back to my point. Oh yeah, wait. Oh, also shout out to you because I saw that Mitch actually replied to somebody that got the shirt.
He did.
So,
he did. I'm gonna pull up my my tweet, but I sent one of my Mitch shirts to David Fudernick, who's an actor, diehard Knicks fan. And he posted it when he got it. He posted it on Twitter, added Mitch, and Mitch replied back saying he's seen it. So that was definitely dope. Shout out Mitch. Shout out his agent too, man. I've been talking to his agent about some stuff as well. So yeah, shout out to them.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Y'all keep it up, man. Y'all keep it up.
It, man.
Listen, man. You know me, Kyrie fan number one. Kyrie fan. I'm scared right now. Okay, Kyrie right now is like that hot chick that you want that's having problems right now with a boyfriend, and you want them to break up so you can swoop in there and steal them, right?
Yeah, facts.
And with everybody.
He's exactly. And he's over here. Like, it was one thing when he said he apologized to LeBron James for him acting like immature or whatever. I was like, okay, that don't really mean nothing. But then I peeked the game, I think Sunday, when he went up against LeBron, and he said, I feel sorry for him. Then he started doing that cover the mouth and speaking Jedi mind trick thing. I'm just like, oh, no. I don't like where this is going. So, I don't know, man. I'm scared because, I want, trust me, I want KD. But, the first jersey I'm going to buy is Kyrie if he comes over here. I'm going to be hyped.
Of course.
But it's just looking more of a possibility that Kyrie, it's not even like a 50-50 thing. It's like a 30% thing. And now we're going up against the Lakers, it seems like, and then Boston. But, I just want to get your input because, it came out that Kemba is saying that he will not re-sign, looking like they're not going to make the playoffs. How would you feel about ultimately if we strike out on Kyrie, pairing KD with Kemba? How do you guys feel about that?
I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with it. Sign me up. I'm good. Welcome home, Kemba. Let's go. I'm in.
It's like comparing Moutier to DSJ. It's like comparing Kyrie to Kemba. But,
I mean, listen,
you want the better one, but,
some guys in the chat will tell you Kemba all day because of the injury. The numbers are there. If we pull up the comparison of the stats are pretty much comparable this year. T. Williams says he'll pass. Sign me up, JL. So if you bring in KD here, I'll take Kemba here 100%, 1,000%.
Yeah, I'm definitely with that.
Yeah, 1,000%. Bring Kemba home, man. Bring that clutch factor here, man. That heart, that grit.
Yeah,
need that, bro.
Like if Kemba had some real help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Cause you know what, Kyrie was good for a long time, and the Cavs put up all the numbers, but he wasn't going anywhere. And then he meets up with LeBron James, and all of a sudden his cachet rises. I feel like something like that could happen with Kemba as well.
Yeah, and appreciate the call, man. Only thing I'm worried about, Jay Ellis.
He's old.
Yeah, well, that with Kyrie, but LeBron's gonna bring him to LA, man, and they're gonna have a meeting because LeBron is gonna strike out on Anthony Davis.
Yep.
He might not let Kyrie out that room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's going to be like, yo, listen, dog. You want Lonzo gone? He's gone. Don't worry, man. We could trade Lonzo and LeVar tonight.
Tonight. He's going to have the phone ready.
Tonight.
He's right about that, man.
I'm telling you. Because
I don't know. And it's not even just the Lakers, man. This guy, he's flirting with everybody, man. He's setting thirst traps in every place that has free agents. He gives them a compliment.
This offseason's a make or break for LeBron as well, especially in LA. So that meeting is gonna be, Magic gonna come swagged out. What up, Kyrie? you know how Magic come through with that swag. Imagine gonna come through at the table, throw the rings down, talk about LA.
That's all good. This is why Fizz is here, man.
Yeah, well.
This is why we got Fizz. Fizz is supposed to be the equalizer for us, man.
Hope so.
And we also got Ninja P. Fizz and Ninja P, those are the people persons. They know everybody in the league. You're going to have these two guys combine forces and bring some guys over.
Ninja P, man. I don't see Kemba as being locked into Charlotte as he once stated earlier this season. I never believed a word of that. I won't believe it till I see it. I don't see why the hell he would do that. Why would you put your career, your trust in Michael Jordan unless you just want money?
I don't trust. Who trusts Jordan?
Right? You can't trust Jordan, man. Never trust Jordan, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
I feel you on that, man. Come home, Kemba.
Come home, man. Come home, man. Let's go back to Brooklyn. Dan from Brooklyn wants to talk about the game, and he thinks Moutier must go. Dan, what's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? Yeah. You guys are good therapy right now.
Appreciate
I'm thinking there's got to be a sickness in New York.
Yeah,
there's got to be a sickness in New York where all the front offices are sick right now. In a front office where you're going to keep Eli Manning but trade Odell Beckham. You want to trade Frank and keep Moutier. There's got to be a sickness, but there's got to be. There's got to be something in the New York water up there or something.
Yeah.
But really, aside from that, I was really listening to the game tonight because I'm working right now, and I don't care about the stat line. I don't care about how many points. Every time I hear a Moutier turnover, I punch a hole through a wall.
Man.
I'm done with this kid.
Man, I was catching like double jabs because it was like Moutier was going off at the same time this Odell news breaks. And I'm just like, oh, man, this is all bad right now. This is all bad right now. Nightmare, Jay Ellis.
like Jay Ellis, I came to the altar earlier in the season, but now I'm leaving. I made enough sacrifices to the altar. I'm done. Yeah. I'm out of there. I'm done with it.
I haven't done it in a while. I haven't done it in a while for a reason. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was holding on. I wasn't calling him Moutier the war. I was chilling. I was just trying. I let him. He's like he earned some patience from me. And it's been a couple of months. He had a good game today. Kinda, sorta. At least the second half ish. But it is what it is. I'm not on the ultra stuff no more, man. I'm just waiting for the offseason.
True indeed, man. Appreciate the call, Dan. Hang in there, bro. Hang in there at work. Hey, listen, Moutier did his best to try to win them the game. He was as much a part of that 17-4 run as anybody. Had that clutch 3 at the end.
Yeah,
brought it down to 3. Yeah. And Moutier typically plays well in Indy, man. I don't know what it is about him, but he typically plays well in Indy.
I don't know, man. I guess it seems like right now the coach is just encouraging him to not pass. And he just wants him to be like an attack guard off the bench. And he seems like he's cool with it.
Either that or it's contract year, man. Like Max from the Bronx would always say, this is contract time, baby. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know, but clearly it's working for Fizz, and right now, well, as of tonight, it was working for Moutier. So, still intrigued to see what the offseason holds for him and his contract.
Word, I'm waiting for Kadeem, man.
Yeah. Kadeem Allen, the highlight of the Westchester Knicks. He might not come back. They're selling tickets over there, J.L.
Bring back Kadeem.
They're selling tickets. Kadeem and Hicks. Hicks never got his two-way chance. What happened to that?
Word, what happened with Hicks, man? I know Cody is somewhere tight.
Yo, Isaiah Hicks never got his two-way, man. It's only 15 games left. What's going on?
I don't know, man. I heard he hits 3 now.
They never gave Hicks his chance, man.
They came and got Ellison.
They went and got Ellison and Jenkins. My guy Hicks is tight right now.
Yeah, man. It's like, where's my shot?
Tight, man. Hey, what are you going to do, man? It's tough business. Hicks. Tough business. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Jaden Diaz, Ace Bez in here, Ayo Pal, Locks Maine, what's going on? Life Ends, what's going on? Shout out BX. Where's everybody from in the chat, man? We haven't done a Rep Your Hood segment in a while.
Yeah.
Sherwin McKenzie, what's going on?
Word. Well, shout out to my chat, too. They call me Tack.
Yeah, man.
Craig Williams, Enzo, he was almost there statement game. He was almost. Rokeem. Was good, Rokeem. Yo, Frank was in my chat earlier. He's chat hopping, having fun.
Yeah, Frank. Yeah, he's a chat hopper, man. He's a chat hopper for sure. You know.
Yeah, shout out to Mason Lynn Station too as well.
Yeah, man. Go ahead. Who are you saying?
Oh, and I was gonna say Tack.
Tack, what up, Tack?
Yeah, what up, Tack?
Let's see where everybody's checking in from. We got East New York in the building. Frank from West Palm. He always wants to throw that West Palm in there to let you know it's warm where he's at.
Oh, really?
He always want to throw that out. We got a lot of people from Australia. Carlos is on the line waiting. We got Mate Rusick from Australia. Camario Jarvis from Antigua. Big up Antigua.
All right.
Yeah, man. Ayo Pal, LA, of course. Stafford Don, Florida, of course. Denman Falcon, Fresh Meadows. We got Queens repping. Brick City repping. Shout out to Brian Bazin. What's going on?
All right, City Angels. We got Uruguay, Hawaii.
Yep, I think Queens is heavy. Queens is heavy tonight. Heavy tonight. Brooklyn's always heavy. But yeah, man. Shout out to everybody once again, man. If this is your first time in here, give us a hashtag new. Hit that subscribe button as well, man, and let us know that you supporting us. Hit that thumbs up as well. It gives gives the show a boost. Gets other people in here, and yeah, man. All right, let's go to, okay, I see some people want to talk about the Dolan interview. Let's touch on the Dolan interview first before we get to those people. So, let's talk to, we heard from Dan. Let's go to Chris in the Bronx. He thinks we're heading in the wrong direction. Chris, what you mean, bro?
I just feel like, I don't like what Dolan's doing. Trading Kristaps hurt me the most because I just feel like trading Kristaps was not the right move. I think we should have at least tried to hold him out for the rest of the season and try to like get to a good position with him. But trading him to the Mavericks for a bag of chips was just a wrong idea. You traded him for a bag of chips, literally. Like we traded him for Dennis Smith Jr. and DeAndre Jordan. We have 6 point guards. You might as well run a whole lot full of point guards. I just didn't think it was a good trade. I think we should have traded Kristaps to either the Bucks and try to get Chris Middleton or someone that can help us run that floor, run and gun kind of play style. I think we're just running free basketball. I feel like they're playing rec basketball. We're just gonna pass, or let Alonzo Trier take it and shoot whatever he wants to shoot. I just feel like there's no proper organization. No proper organization, and Fitz. I like Fitz though. I think Fitz was a good coach. I just think he doesn't have the players to work with. I think we just need to really, if we're gonna clean house all the way, like just reset all the way.
But that's what we're doing. What more do you want? What more do you want though, Chris?
Like Moutier, like the guy said before me, Moutier has to go. I think Frank has to go as well.
Okay.
I just think we need to. I think DeAndre has to go too. I think DeAndre wasn't a really good pickup. We have Mitchell Robinson. And then we have that other white boy from, what's his name?
Ellenson.
That
Cornet.
Is a German last name. That other white boy who dropped. Yeah, we have him as well. Yeah. I don't think we needed DeAndre. We have a young core. I'd rather build up a young core and instead of trying to sign old veterans. That doesn't.
Okay.
That year you want to set up a locker room, but locker room doesn't help when it comes to rebuilding a whole franchise. Like,
all right.
I just thought.
All right. Appreciate the call, man. Go ahead, Jails.
I disagree with pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much everything. But we appreciate the call. We appreciate the call though, Chris. But nah, that wasn't it, man. Chris Middleton ain't it. And a lot of these guys that you mentioned are just temporary guys, man. It's just temporary guys, man. That cap space is gonna free up. Moutier, you might have reason for concern in terms of whether he gets brought back, but I don't think so, JLs.
We'll see. I still don't know. I'm not saying he's not coming back. I can see a scenario when he comes back.
Yeah.
I can see a scenario for any of these guards coming back.
Right.
So I'm not saying neither. But
yeah.
But yeah, I don't agree with anything. I felt like the trade was a good trade for us, especially if they know something.
Yeah, well, listen, it is what it is, man.
In 10 years. Yeah, what more can you want from that?
It is what it is, man. But appreciate the call, Chris, man. But I think that the chat does not agree. To say it lightly, reading these chat comments, I can't even say half these things.
Yeah, and you need veterans on your team to mentor these guys.
Facts.
When you talk to DeAndre Jordan, talks about Marcus Camby mentoring him.
It's true.
And he credits him for showing him the ropes and showing him how to be a pro and a vet.
Yeah.
And now he's doing the same thing for Mitch. So, veteran leadership is very, very underrated.
Goes a long way, man.
Goes a long way in your mindset and how you prepare and how you just keep people's minds right, man.
True indeed, man. True indeed. JL, so let's just take a look at the box score real quick. We don't got to go into the ratings, but let's just talk about our top three before we go into the Dolan topic. While you pull that up, shout out to Terrence Montesione from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Shout out to Terrence. I know you're as cold as us up there in Canada as we are as in New York. So shout out to Raphael Alma. He said he's new in the chat, so shout out to Raphael. Ace Bez sends us a super chat.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ace Bez. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my super chat going, but I'm having technical difficulties.
Okay. All right. All right, JLs. Who did you like tonight? Who are your three that you like tonight?
The three that I like tonight, I am going to say, shoot, I'm gonna give Knox some love just because.
Let's give Kev some love. I agree with that.
It's just been a really long time since he shot over even 40%, and he shot 55%, 16 points, 5 rebounds. Even though I did not like the defense, I do like the offense that he gave us today.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Kev. I'm gonna also go, man. I'm gonna go with Jordan.
Okay.
80%, 5 assists, even though it's 5 turnovers. So it's like, jeez. But -1, play both sides of the ball. Then I'm gonna go Dot.
Oh, you going Dot with your number one? Okay.
I don't know if I'm going with number one. I was just naming. I wasn't even naming.
Okay. All right. I would go for my third. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Kev.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Kev for my third. Definitely bounce back. Shooting a lot better.
Yeah.
4 or 5 from downtown, JLs. He's been building brick houses for most of the season. So his downtown numbers were encouraging. Like you said, the defense needed work. But I thought overall Kev had a good game, with the exception of the foul trouble. I thought Kev had a good game. Secondly, I will go with whole team Dot. I thought Dot had a solid game, 18 points, 6 boards, 4 of 8 from downtown. Another solid shooting night for Dot. Just does his job, JLs. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want him to play a little bit better defense, especially when it comes to off ball. But other than that, I think Dot gives us some good production, man. Number one. Sorry, chat. I'm going with Moutier. I'm going with Moutier, number one. Listen, he kept him in the game, man. He kept him in the game. He has that little bootleg clutch factor when he wants to.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it, man. 3 or 4 from downtown. 3 or 4 from downtown. 21 points. 7 of 14 overall, 50% from the field. Now I thought Moody was pretty good. 1 turnover. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it.
We still lost.
The second half of Moody was pretty good.
Yeah, we still lost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we still lost.
So at the end of the day, that's just what it is. We still lost, but he was better than DSJ, JLs. We'll say that. He's the best point guard on the team tonight, so give him some credit.
Turnovers. Ooh, DSJ. Ooh.
Yeah, turnovers for DSJ. ISO didn't have that good of a game.
Nah.
started off kind of sluggish. 4 turnovers for ISO.
Yeah, man. Didn't have that game today that we used to have from ISO. But you know what? He's been turning it up so far in the second half of the season.
Facts.
That's a nice little bounce back game.
Mm-hmm. Agreed, man. Agreed. So, yeah, man, let us know what you guys in the chat thought about tonight's game. Which players stuck out to you? Which players do you want to call out for a bad game, man? Let us know in the chat and leave a comment there. All right, Jay, let's just run to the next topic. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. Give you boys a thumbs up. Goes a long way in promoting these videos. We're going to get to the Dolan topic next, but want to say thank you to Michael Parker for the super chat, Jay Ellis. He says he's tight about the Dolan trade, but he thinks Dolan sabotaged our chances at landing free agents. We're going to get to that. Denman Falcon says, appreciate you guys. I'm a Knicks fan. I want to encourage this growing community. I'm enjoying the video of my newborn son. Shout out Denman Falcon. Shout out to your son. And raise him up to be a Knicks fan, man. That's the best thing you could do.
Exactly.
Because by the time you can make sense of basketball, we're gonna be at the top.
Exactly. It'll be easy by then.
That's it, man. That's it, man.
Yeah, we went through that, so you didn't have to go through that.
That's it.
You know
That's it, man.
Hope did that, all right?
Factuals. All right, so let's get to this this Dolan interview, JLs. So obviously, we all know that he had the incident, had the run-in with the fan after the Kings game on Saturday.
Yep.
The fan yelled to Dolan. As my screen is waiting to catch up, just give me a second. Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the fan yells to Dolan, sell the team. Dolan claps back. What are you talking about? Sell the team. How would you like to watch him on TV? Walks away. They sick Kevin on him. The video goes black. We don't know what happens. But, yeah, ultimately this fan was banned. So we knew the PR tour was going to come. The one-show PR tour, which he does, is the Michael K. show.
Yep.
Because ESPN Radio carries the Knicks games. So they're home with the Knicks from the radio standpoint. So the K show gets those exclusives. He doesn't mess with Francesa or any other ones. So, yeah, he had a lot to say, J. Ellis. He had a lot to say. And you know what? I thought it was a good interview.
It was a really good interview.
I thought it was a real good interview, man. I thought the interviewers did a good job, and I thought Dolan did a good job.
Yeah, the interviewers were very direct, and they didn't let the foot off the gas. And I feel like they asked all the questions fans would ask him if Dolan was in front of their face.
Yeah,
they were pretty much like, well, don't you see, like, this is making us look bad? And Dolan was pretty much saying, like, who cares how things look? I don't care about that.
Right.
And on the flip side, go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
It said on the flip side, too, Dolan came off, he didn't come off as much as an evil supervillain who has a lot of money and lives in a tower. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He came off as maybe a fan who's misguided.
Yeah, I mean,
he came off as a fan who's misguided.
Right.
Like he's emotional and he's misguided.
That's it, man. That's it. So a couple things from the interview that we take away, and we're pulling up Mike Vorkunov from the Athletic tweets to kind of go around with it. So first off, he says that they caught the fan on MSG camera kind of like noticing Dolan and then motioning over to him. It was an ambush, Dolan called it. He said it was an ambush. Basically saying that the fans set it up. And he did. Yeah. He did. He set it up. He called him out. They had the video ready and ripe. Sold it to TMZ on the spot. Should have came to KnicksFanTV first. Sold it to TMZ on the spot. And then there you have it. So Dolan says they were ready to... They weren't going to ban him at first. They were actually ready to give him a tour of MSG and take him into the locker room.
Now, CP.
Yeah, go ahead.
CP, I'm calling bull on that.
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yo.
I don't.
Yo.
I don't believe you go from a random fan yelling, sell the team, you going to give him a tour of MSG and have him meet the players.
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
He said we were actually going to give him a tour to meet the players and address his frustrations, and we were going to tell him that he's reading the Daily News too much. By the way, he kicked the Daily News in the nuts mad times in this interview. So he goes, we really just wanted to tell him that you read it too much into the newspapers and things is all right. Here's the locker room. Here's the tour of MSG, which I heard that I cracked up.
Yeah.
But according to Dolan, once they found out and put 2 and 2 together that this was a setup, then all things was off. The fan is officially banned from MSG. Banned.
Yeah. Banned for life.
Yeah. So that was the one thing that I was like, all right, that's bullshit. But
yeah, okay.
But
your bullshit meter's working like mine.
Right, but at the same time, listen, like I said, he has every right to do it. The fan did set him up. They did set him up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, JLs? They did set him up, and that's the consequences. So
yeah, you see the fan in the video start out like mad far from the tunnel, and then Pete Dolan, and then walk all the way to where they feel they can intercept him.
Yes.
Just for that video. So I was like, okay, wow, this is what it is right now. And he fell for the bait. He admits he fell for the bait.
He fell for the bait, man. He fell for the bait 1,000%. Now here's the interesting one that he spoke on, JLs. He starts going into his young team. He starts touting, all the young guys, ISO, Mitch, Kevin Knox. He talks about Vonleh's year, the year that he's having. And then he says, I can tell you from what I heard, he basically says those are our young pieces, but they won't be the centerpieces next year.
Yeah.
Verbatim. They won't be the centerpieces next year. I can tell you from what we've heard, I think we're going to have a successful offseason when it comes to free agents. Does that make you feel nervous, or does that make you feel good?
Both. I'm having like a Phil Jackson moment. Like, when Phil Jackson, some of the things that Phil Jackson said in front of the media was true, but you felt like he shouldn't have said it in the media.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how I felt about Dolan saying that. Like, I almost felt like he knew he was getting some backlash, so to flip the script, let the fans know.
It's a good spin. Good spin, Jay Ellis.
Yes.
And the Garden is good at that.
Yes. Very strategic.
Yes.
Strategic marketing.
It was, I messed up. I threw the guy out. I don't really care, but things are looking up.
By the way.
They tell me we're going to have a good offseason. Yeah.
And you know what? Their agents are telling us. It's not even just the players.
That's what he said. I'm scared, bro.
I'm scared. Mixed feelings, man.
I'm scared.
He's feeling too much, Tito.
It's too much confidence, man. There's too much confidence around this offseason from everybody, from the prognosticators to the scuttlebutt around the league to now the Knicks to the KP trade. It's just too much confidence. I'm getting a summer LeBron feeling, and that didn't end well. And I'm just not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
This one seems a little different. Like, I just don't want to shoot ourselves in the foot. Like, I feel more confident in this one than the summer one.
Yeah.
I definitely feel, when there is smoke, there's fire sometimes. So when there's like 30 signs pointing to one thing, then you start to believe it. So I do believe there is a general interest there, but I just want it to stay that way.
Right. Factuals, man. That's a fact. I'm nervous about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The other thing, they touched on the Daily News thing. As you said, Michael K. and them, they didn't hold any punches, and they got into the Daily News thing. Obviously, we know that Bondi has been banned from certain things. And what Dolan basically said was, listen, when there's anything that's NBA related, they have full access like anything else. He said when it's private, we're going to invite who we feel like inviting. It's a private conference that we have, if we have a private press conference. And he said, I'm basically sending them a message. What do you think about that?
Yo, it's weird because sending them a message is not sending the media a good message.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I kind of get it in a weird way. Mm-hmm. I gotta get it because it's weird because it's like, no.
Bro, I was listening to him and I was just like, he's right.
Yeah.
That ass. He's right.
He's pretty much saying this guy. Okay, man, Knicks fans collectively don't like Bondi.
Yes.
For the same reason he doesn't like Bondi.
Facts.
So when you think about it that way, and then go, every time this guy is in front of the Knicks, he makes it a point to write something negative.
Yes, and it's true.
He only focuses on that, and I'm like, that's true.
It's true.
So why would you invite him to a private event if you know he's just gonna find a negative angle? He's not gonna be objective.
It's true, man. It is 100% true. I everything you were saying at that point, I was like, I feel this dude 100%.
Yeah, it was 100%. That weird.
100%, man. Yo, weird. Bondi and Isola, they almost synchronized tweets with hate. It's almost the same. It's almost the same thing that they're tweeting. And, he said, these guys have an axe to grind with the team to the point where they don't like the team. And he was like, well, what's the point of having them cover the team when they're only going to muddy up the waters? But listen, you could call it thin-skinned if you want. You can call it tyrannical if you want. But hey, it's his team. He calls it. But I can't stand their writing. I can't stand their writing either.
Yo, there's a fine line between being objective and asking the tough questions.
Yeah.
And just being negative.
Yeah.
And just looking for the negativity.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly, man. Go ahead.
But it's funny too because as even us, we have our own bias of like who we like and who we don't like and da 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 da. Mm-hmm. But I still kind of feel like we overall for the team we try to have like an overall fair view of where we're going and where we're at. This is good, this is bad. But yeah, I agree, man.
I agree, man. I agree with that one. On the KP trade, he said that, he didn't really want to get into it. And funnily enough, KP was interviewed by a Spanish paper and basically said the same. He didn't want to get into it. But Dolan said this to echo the same thing. Whether you want to believe it or not, he said when KP came to them and said he didn't want to be here, they did what they had to do. And he said he supported Mills and Perry on it. He gave a strong endorsement to Mills, which he always does. He gave a strong endorsement to Perry.
Yeah.
And says these guys work, man. These guys work. That's what Dolan said. And he also went against the idea that he's not trying to win.
Yeah.
But he kept it a buck. He said, win or lose, I'm making money.
Yeah. He said, that was a piece. What surprised me when he said, win or lose, he said, even if we win, I don't make that much more money. I was like, really?
Yeah. He kept it a buck. He kept it a buck, JL. He said it really didn't matter. So and I hear him. He's trying to win. He hasn't made good decisions. But to say that he doesn't care whether they win or lose, what would you? Well, obviously it's good business, right? It's great, fantastic business to be the owner of the Knicks, but you're still gonna be competitive. You're not trying to be this terrible. Of course not.
Yeah, of course not, man. You don't want to be terrible. It's just it's mad weird, CP. I came away from this interview seeing him as almost a human.
Yo, real talk, man. dead ass. I mean, people in the chat might be surprised, but I came away with a positive reaction to this Dolan interview, and I didn't really know if I would.
Yeah, me neither.
Now, on the Phil Jackson topic, he said Phil did not get along with KP or his brother.
Yeah.
And then he said he wanted to trade KP. That's what he said.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't think that the 2017 return would have been better than the Dallas trade. And he also kind of hinted that which we kind of knew as well, that Phil trying to trade Porzingis and also Phil drafting Frank was what led him to dismiss Phil.
You think so?
That's what he said. Michael K asked him, he said, why'd you wait till after the draft to fire him?
Yeah.
And he said he just felt like it was time. He said he called for his resignation. That's what he said. It had to have been this KP thing. What else would it have been? And the Frank pick.
I guess so. You know what it is too? I still remember around that time, it was getting messy, dog.
Yeah.
I remember that summer. I definitely remember that summer. It was getting messy. It seemed like KP was doing his cryptic tweet stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There was mad trades being leaked in the paper. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but it just seemed like all pandemonium was breaking loose. And you know what? We never recovered from that, man. I still feel like KP is still butthurt over. KP still butthurt over Phil.
Yeah.
Like I still really believe him having to leave had nothing to do with with Mills and Fizz and Perry. It was still residual Phil hate.
You know what, man? It's so funny is as much grief as we gave Phil, which he deserved, he was right about a lot of shit, Jails. He was right about a lot, man. He still did a lot of dumb things, but he was right about this KP situation. And that's why he tried to trade him.
But he caused it. It was just
yeah, you can kind of look at it both ways. He kind of exacerbated the situation,
right?
Right? He kind of exacerbated the situation.
Yeah, it's like it's not even he caused. He came from they touched on it. He came from another era, man. He came from they said it. He came from I'm the coach. You do as I say, and that's that.
Mm-hmm.
And he came into this Knicks organization with that same coach mentality as a GM, and you're not a coach.
Yeah.
So it's a different world. It's a younger people are running the world right now.
Mm-hmm.
And shout out to this front office because they've recognized that the players have more power and you have to be able to talk to the youth a lot differently than you did before. And they fixed that by bringing in Fizz and going away from the grumpy old man approach.
Yeah.
In Phil.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which is why they kind of changed those directions.
Yeah.
Good points, man. Good points. And then lastly, they touched on some on LeBron. And the question was, why did he think LeBron never wanted to play for the Knicks? He said he really didn't know. He said clearly he wasn't interested. He said the 2010 meeting he was not engaged during the presentation, which we had heard that before. So that's not a lie. We had heard that before, that LeBron wasn't engaged. He thought the Miami thing was in the bag by the time they even met, which is interesting as well.
That one is interesting because I've heard two schools of thought from that rumor.
Mm-hmm.
Like I heard that, and I also heard the Knicks weren't prepared. So I'm not sure.
Right, we did hear that. We did hear that as well. Yeah, they said Knicks.
I'm not sure what it could be. Both. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
it could be both.
It's true.
So, yeah.
But whatever. Just interesting still. Interesting still. What else? So that was it on the interview. You know, like I said, my main takeaway is I came away satisfied with it. That's all I'll say. You know what I mean? I came away satisfied with it. I really do feel like. Oh, the one more thing that they asked him, JL, is they said if what do you see as one of your flaws? That's what Rosenberg asked him. He said, what do you see as one of your flaws?
Great ass question.
And he said, listen, if he knew what he knew then, what he knew now, back then, he wouldn't have done some things. That's what he said. And I'm trying to think like, sounds like the Melo trade. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like the Melo trade. Like, I don't know if he's talking about something like the Anuka Brown-Sanders fiasco and the Steph and Isaiah years, but
Isaiah Thomas.
Maybe, and you know, all the Isaiah years with Isaiah just mismanaging, because what Dolan said was that I don't know anything about basketball. I leave it to people that I trust. You know what I'm saying? So clearly, right. So clearly, he let Isaiah go out and say, "Hey, you want to go Stephon Marbury? Pay whatever you want. You want Eddie Curry? Pay whatever you want. Go get Jamal Crawford. Pay whatever you want."
Yeah, and he also kind of mentioned that he tried that same approach with hockey, and it worked with hockey.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't worked out with basketball. And since it is a basketball town, when you mess up here in basketball, it's a little bit louder.
That's a fact.
So, I mean, he's trying the same approach, but it's just not working.
Just
hopefully it's working right now.
Yeah. Just not working, man. So, I don't say this to be an apologist for the guy, but I was satisfied with the interview. Now, Oak. Now, of course, right? This is the Isola spin to it, and Ari, I see you on the line. We're gonna get to Ari to weigh in on this in a second. Here comes, when this interview's happening, Isola goes and links up with Oak to make magic, and Oak says the commissioner needs to step in and do something, suspend him. He can't get away with it, which is fine. I hear that. Oak, he's pissed that he got banned. But then Oak starts bringing the Nets into this. Like, come on, Oak,
man.
Come on, Oak, man. Oak says, look at the Nets. They got a better rebuilding situation. If I'm a free agent, why would you want to cut? Like, Oak, we get it, man. But come on, bro. Whose side are you on, man?
I can't speak bad on Oak, man. I can't. I understand. I said the same thing you said. I was like, oh, come on, man.
Come on,
Oak, I can't speak bad on Oak only because if I was playing for I'm thinking of it as a job. If I had a job and my boss had me arrested and the cops called on me and then called me an alcoholic in the public.
Yes.
I might be tight for life.
Yeah. You know I agree. And Oak has every right to be tight. But then you got to think about the orange and blue. Oh, come on, man. It's more than Dolan, man. Dolan wasn't even owning the team when Oak was in his heyday, man. Come on, Oak, man. It's about us.
Now.
Come on, Oak, man.
It hurts when he says stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man. It hurts when he says stuff like that, but I can't.
Jeez, man.
I can't. I feel some type of way. Maybe it's the police calling thing. Is got me a little triggered. Like, calling police on Oak. Right. Me knowing my little petty. Like, I don't hold grudges, but somebody called the cops on me and then lied on me. I'm probably ruining your life.
Yeah.
I'm probably putting my middle finger up to you.
Like, damn, come on, Oak, man. Just keep it in-house, man. Don't bring in the little brother, man, and hype up little brother, man.
Yeah.
You know? All right, let's bring Ari into this mix, man. Ari, give me your thoughts on this, man. How do you feel?
Hey, I'm good, man. What's up, guys?
How you feeling?
Yeah, so before this, I watched it. I didn't even know there was a Dolan interview until I saw it, like, on Instagram, so I decided to watch it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys touched on a lot of what I wanted to say. The couple of things I did want to touch on is that he said in the interview, which I thought was a very good thing that he said, was that when he asked them to sell the team, he basically insinuated to quit. And he said he's not going to quit.
Yeah.
That's the way he took it. And, I like that,
Mm-hmm.
I like that, and I came on the show like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I kind of defended him before the interview. But yeah, that was one thing that I really liked. The guy has, God knows how many billions of dollars. Why does he need this mess if he didn't really want to win? You know what I mean? Like, he's been going at it for like God knows how long. So I thought that was a very good point that he said. Also, a lot of this Dolan stuff, like, when you said, like, what was the biggest mistake, what's like the biggest flaw, which you touched on, CP, and he's like, I wish I knew what I know now that I wish I knew it then. I personally don't think it has to do with the Melo trade. I don't think we're acting like Raymond Felton and Timothy Mozgov turned out to be like players. I know Jamal Murray turned out to be one of the picks, but
Nuggets went nowhere.
I think it more has to go with
Nuggets went nowhere.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and let's not forget that we had a 54-win season with Carmelo. The real reason why we didn't go anywhere was because Amari Stoudemire's knees didn't hold up, and I think that's where he was going with it, because he mentioned about injuries. He's like, with injuries, you can't tell. The whole thing that started this whole Knicks disaster was once the Knicks gave Allen Houston 6 years, $100 million, and his knees gave out. Mm-hmm. That was the beginning of the end. Well, I guess you could say it was trading Ewing, and then that happened. Yeah. But ever since that happened, they've been stuck after bad contract after bad contract.
20
and I think
years going
his regrets have to do. Yeah, I think and so let's say, I don't know what year the Melo trade happened, but most of the problems, like 99 they made the finals, so it was 2000 to let's say 2010, right, when they got Melo. That was that summer, or like the summer before. Those 10 years, the Isaiah Thomas Marbury years, are the years that he lost a lot of fans. I think those were the years he was referring to. But it's good that he's self-aware at least. Now again, just to put it to rest, personally, me, if a fan came into Madison Square Garden to profit off of my embarrassing me, basically, I have no problem with a lifetime ban. I'd give him a lifetime ban too. I don't care. So that's just maybe not a lifetime ban, but I'd give him like a 10-year ban or something like that. You can't just come into the Garden, set up the owner of one of the top 100 wealthiest people in the world. Yeah, and just do that and set them up and sell it on TMZ and not have any repercussions. You know what I mean?
100%.
So I don't have any problem with that. And you know what? I just don't have any problem with that. Now, what I do think is interesting, what I also want to just note is that for a guy who is running so many businesses that he is, obviously doesn't know his basketball, he doesn't know enough as much as us do, but for someone who has so much on his plate, he seems to have a pretty good he seems to have heartbeat to the team, so that's, I think, a good thing. But I think, you forgot to say that he said that, quote unquote, people in the league aren't supposed to talk about things, but they still do anyway, and I think we have a really good shot.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if the NBA is involved in that in camp. I don't know what that means, man. But that's a very aggressive thing to say.
It's an aggressive confidence, man. Aggressive, man.
It's one thing to say you think they're coming. It's one thing to say you think they're coming. It's another thing to say people in the league talk about it even though they're not supposed to talk about it, and then said that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the last thing I want to say is that, they kind of wrapped up the interview, right? And they were talking about the Rangers, right? And he didn't have to go there at the end. Right at the end, he's like, yeah, the Rangers are in a rebuild too, but I don't think it's going to be as drastic as the Knicks.
Right.
I think we could have a very different team next year. And, just from my perspective, after you go through an incident like that, you want to quell expectations of anything, right? You want to just be like, we'll see what happens in the off season, something like that. But instead, he kind of raised it up because if they don't get anyone in this off season, it's going to be a really bad look for Dolan.
He went all in. He went all in.
And one more person too. I know people want to forget.
Believe he said.
Yeah, Jails.
Enes Kanter, yo. I still can't forget how adamantly Enes Kanter was about somebody coming here, and he can't. And he was sworn to secrecy. I can't tell you because I get back. And he just seemed so freaking sure. Yep. That it was it wasn't even a thought. It's 100% happening.
Crazy.
The time will tell, Ari, man.
I know, and
Go ahead.
And this is the last thing I want to say real quick. I think who I think is going to have a pretty large impact this summer, who I think people are kind of sleeping on. I honestly think. I think Carmelo Anthony is going to have a pretty large impact on where these guys go because he was the face of the franchise. He dealt with all the media pressure and all that stuff and all that. And, when he came to the Garden, he's like, this is home, this is family. I had really good memories here. And, he went on Team USA with Kyrie and KD. I think he's going to endorse the Knicks. I know J.R. Smith is on Instagram, talking about, he did something with Vice saying, everybody should play in Madison Square Garden, play for the Knicks at least once in their career. I think, honestly, based on that interview, I know Dolan's a win. I know he's trying to win. Whether he does it right or wrong is one thing, but at least I know his heart's in it. And I think, he said, if people talk in the league, he thinks he has a good shot. What else do you want? And I know Carmelo has, respect for the franchise. So I think overall, it was pretty good.
Okay. Appreciate the call, Ari. Great points as usual, man. Thanks again, bro. Like he said, I think his heart's in it too, J. Ellis. Like I said, man. Well, I said it in the group chat last night. Shout out to the Twitter group chat that we're in. There's a lot of owners in this 30-team league, J. Ellis, that have tried to build the right way, don't take chances, and still haven't won anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate to make this the James Dolan telethon where we're just like shooting this guy several amounts of bail here, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. It's a lot of owners in this league that just sit there and really take the money and don't care about winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if there's one team you can do that with, it's the Knicks. That's for damn sure.
You know, this guy, he tries, man. He tries. He just hasn't done the best, or the people that he puts in charge haven't done the best.
Yeah. That can change. We'll see.
We'll see. We'll see, man. He also said there's no chance he's selling the team. Michael K said if they offer you $6 billion, would you sell the team? He says no.
I already knew that, man. Yeah. I was laughing. Oh, my KLT show, brethren, I love y'all, but y'all was really hoping that he was going to sell the team. I looked at y'all like I was crazy. I was like, there's no way.
Not yet, at least. Not yet.
I don't. He's going to give that to his kids. Yeah. They don't want to sell that to me.
Then he got on Bill Simmons because Bill Simmons is such a rat. And every time I think of Bill Simmons, I just think of a rat, man. He's just such a what I mean. He's just like a little just a rat, man.
Yeah, man. And that was interesting.
Yeah, so Bill Simmons was pushing the whole. I heard from people that he's selling, and Dolan was basically like, well, who's his source? And he said there are teams that do not want us to get free agents. Some in particular, he's very close friends with the GM of one of them. And what we're doing is we're trying to destabilize. What they're doing is trying to destabilize because they know we are the favorites.
That was actually the quote that was like, yo. That was the one that had really hit me like, damn.
Yeah.
This really seems serious. Dudes are really feels like people are putting out rumors to make it seem like the Knicks are gonna break up and not gonna be stable enough to house big free agents. That's a huge accusation, man.
Facts, man.
Yeesh.
Interesting interview. I thought it was gonna be a straight up because with the Oakley thing, he comes in with his prepared notes, and he did break out the notes at the end, and he actually went through his checklist of all the items he wanted to talk about.
I was all prepared for a boring ass interview.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was good.
I was surprised as hell.
I thought it was good. I thought it was good, man. So that's our take on the Dolan take. What do you guys think? I see people in the chat been going in on it. Leave us a comment as well if you're watching on the replay or if you're watching on demand. Couple other things before you wrap up, JLs. ISO got on his semi-tampering bag. So Sneaker News on Instagram released first look at the KD 12s. They look pretty terrible. But ISO jumped in the comments and said, "Can't wait to see these in orange and blue colorways." You be the judge. I don't know. I just report these things. You guys comment on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. ISO get
you know. This is why Macri told me I was sipping the Kool-Aid. I'm like, dog, this mad Kool-Aid.
I'm leaving the Kool-Aid. I'm leaving the Kool-Aid on the table and drinking this wine because it's hard times out here, J. Ellis.
Kool-Aid is all over the place, dog.
It's so much pain in New York sports, J. Ellis. I can't sip Kool-Aid. I drink alcohol to dull the pain.
All in your fridge, dog. Everywhere, man.
I drink alcohol to numb the pain because it's just too much.
Streets is filled with Kool-Aid, dog.
Too much, man. But that was ISO getting into his tampering bag, and then a friendly endorsement from Sir Charles. The round mound, the rebound is what they used to call him back in the day, JLs. So this is from Jimmy Traina from SI Now. I didn't even know Sports Illustrated was still on. He asked Sir Charles, he said, if KD came to you with advice in playing in New York, what would you say to him? And Sir Charles says he doesn't think KD's tough enough to play in New York, man. He says he doesn't think KD's tough enough to play in New York. He says, I don't think Durant and Kyrie are tough enough to play in New York. Kyrie's a very good player. Kevin's a great player. But I'm not sure that they have the mental makeup to play in New York. Those guys are complaining about the media asking questions. Maybe New York isn't for them. I really agree with this guy, J. Ellis. I pretty much never agree with him on anything. I 100% agree with him here. What's your takes on this, man? J. Ellis.
he's just saying what everybody been thinking for this whole time, man.
Yeah.
Knicks fans been thinking this for forever. Last season, when I didn't even think KD was coming, I was making fun of this guy so much for all his responses, the burner accounts. There was an incident that happened with what's dude named Yerk?
Who are you talking about?
Instagram. Instagram dude from the Bronx.
Are you talking about Desus and Mero?
Not even Desus and Mero.
Oh, Loopy Blog. You talking about? Okay,
yes.
okay, yeah, okay.
Yes, like he jumped in Loopy's DM when he was getting a little sensitive with Loopy's topics. Like he was jumping.
Yeah, Loopy Blogger and KD got into it for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was like, yo, this guy.
Yeah.
Can't handle any type of social media grit, and that's all New York is.
It's a fair question, man. It's a fair question because these guys are just being asked simple questions. Well, not simple questions, but I just these guys are really taking the media to task this year. People in my mentions on Twitter have said, yeah, it's because they're in a free agency year, maybe. But my reply to that, J. Ellis, was like, all right, yeah, cool. Wait till they come here and they start losing.
Yeah.
It ain't just a free agency questions, man. Because once y'all hit that 3-game losing streak with this win now team that y'all gonna try to put together.
Yeah, don't put that in the atmosphere though. Don't do that.
It's just how it works here, JL. So you know
don't
this,
put that
man.
In the atmosphere, start losing. We gotta win some games, then.
You know this how it works, man. Doesn't matter who we bring in. We could bring in Superman, LeBron James, and I don't even know, and Blade, and we'd still find a way to be under 500. First 10 games.
Whatever,
that Blade reboot is gonna be something.
We would get it together. KD come here with somebody else. We get it together.
Yeah,
I'm not.
Yeah. And we had talked to Tommy Beer about it because him being a writer for Forbes magazine, what he thought about KD and Kyrie taking shots at the media, and basically said it just comes with the territory, man. If you can't handle it, then do something else.
Yeah, man.
Get
your mentals right. If you're gonna come to New York, get your mentals right.
That's it, man.
Be ready.
That's it.
At least Stephen Bondi isn't coming to the press conference.
Facts. He will not be coming to the cookout. Isaiah joins us. Wants to comment on the Dolan topic. Isaiah, how you feeling tonight, bro?
Hey, what's going on, man? What's going on, y'all?
How you feeling, bro?
Doing good, man. I just want to say, first of all, I listened to the podcast with Jonathan Mastery with Yatu.
Mm-hmm.
Really great podcast, man. Great to learn more about that, man.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Your connection.
When I watched the video.
Isaiah, try to hang up and call right back because your connection is choppy, bro. Hang up and call right back. We'll let you back on. Don't worry.
Okay, I will.
All right. It might be some issues with me on the phones, man. In the meantime, shout out to everybody in the chat. Once again, this is Knicks Postgame Live. #1 post-game show on social media for the Knicks fan, by the Knicks fan. CP from the KnicksFanTV. My man Jay Ellis from the Nick of Time show. Isaiah was just talking about the podcast that we did with Jonathan Macri. Me and Jay Ellis did that about 2 weeks ago. Jonathan Macri from the Knicks Film School. It's in the show menu. Click on the eye icon at the top right-hand side of your screen. You can check that out. That was a good one. Also, we had Tommy Beer. We interviewed Tommy Beer last Saturday on his mock draft, the state of the team, and other questions like that. And that was a good topic of conversation as well, JL. So definitely good stuff, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely good stuff. All right, let's try Isaiah again. Let's see if the connection's good or if the phones are bad. Isaiah, you back?
You can hear me now?
Yep, perfect.
Boom.
Yeah, you know black people Wi-Fi, man. You know how that go.
What you spliced the wire from your neighbor's house, Isaiah?
Damn.
Listen, man, I took my man's PS4 Wi-Fi password.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
You out of range, dog.
He downloaded a couple of weird stuff, so I'm not even going.
Yeah, I know it. I know it, man. So how you feeling?
But let me say something, man, too. So I watched the video with you talking about James Dolan,
mm-hmm.
and I 100% agree with everything you said. Because someone has to tell James Dolan, this is the most important summer of Knicks history right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't, because now look at it now. You got, I mean, listen, I'm not going to lie to you, man. I personally hate Max Kellerman because he rips the Knicks every little chance he gets. And I don't know if you watched First Take, but the way he talks, he has like a personal vendetta against James Dolan.
Max fell off, man, big time.
And, I'm just, and it's crazy because I get so aggravated because, like, we were doing, besides the KP, I mean, the KP thing wasn't even drama. The most drama we had this year was Ennis Cantor, and I could take that. That's a normal Knick year.
Yeah.
But James Dolan, don't give him this. Don't give him this. We're almost at the finish line.
We're almost there, yeah. Yep.
Don't give him, because, I mean, I'm looking on Bleacher Report. I'm looking at every writer. We all know the beat writers. And they're just ripping him. And they're just ripping him right now. They've been waiting for this to happen, to make a story about the Knicks, for some little drama to happen. You just can't, not right now, James. And I will give James Dolan credit. The last couple of years, he's been good. Every Knicks fans hate him, but you have to admit, when he talks, people don't listen because they just listen to the media. He's personally said it. He's not involved with the team. He's not involved with the day-to-day. He lets Scott Perry and Steve Mills do what they do, and he falls back. And it's just like, he's been good. I will give him credit. But it's like, come on, James.
Yeah.
Come on. This is the most important part. This is the most important.
And that's why they went out there and did the interview. I knew that was coming. Knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Damage control now, JL.
But you also know what it is too, man. It's also, people gotta listen to the interview. The interview, it sounded bad, but it also didn't sound bad, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From what James Dolan said, he was gonna. It sounded bad, but it didn't sound bad, because James Dolan, if you hear the video, if you watch the video, he said he was gonna let the guy in. He's gonna bring the guy back. I don't know if this is true or not. This is James Dolan, so we don't know if it's true or not.
Right.
They said it was premeditated.
That's true.
They didn't know that until afterwards, though. No, it was. You could see it on the video.
There's a video.
Yeah,
I actually posted it on my Instagram.
Yeah, they sent you the Garden security camera footage.
Yeah, they brought the footage with them.
They brought the footage with them.
ESPN Instagram too, but I actually have it on the KOT Instagram.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was set up. That's true. Was he gonna let him back in?
But here's the thing. Yeah. But also, one more thing I'm for y'all.
Yeah,
so here's the thing that I never agree with Max Kellerman. I never do, because he's just an idiot. But there's one thing he says that stuck with me with one thing. People, when they watch TV, they think these people are characters. Like, for example, people probably think you guys are characters in a certain extent.
Hey,
that
easy,
you're not,
bro.
that you're not, like, this is you.
Yeah.
You can't go into a billionaire's house. You can't go into a billionaire's building and say what you said. You just can't, because it's not. People have to understand that this is real. People hate James Dolan, but at the end of the day, he owns the Knicks. Regardless of what you think or how you feel about him, he's a person. And I don't always agree. Like I said, was the band too much? Yeah. I mean, it was premeditated. Yeah. But we gotta understand, he's a person. You can't go up to random people, and this goes back to even with Russell Westbrook. You can't go to these people and say whatever you want, and then don't expect a reaction.
I said that.
That's what people have to understand. These are humans. Oh yeah, you definitely did. You definitely did, because everybody's human, man. I can't go up to you and say to you, "Yo, F KnicksFanTV, your show sucks.
Yeah,
you should let me host it." Even though I believe that.
Yeah, he's stupid. Bro.
But you know what I'm saying, though. You can't. People got to understand that this is not TV. You can't just go. You can't do that, man. Even though James Dolan should have just walked away, you just in real life you can't go to. How does this sound? How does this sound to you? You. Let's say you go to Apple. You look for Steve Jobs and say, "You suck."
Yeah.
What do you think he's going to do to you? What do you think he's going to? Are you going to go back to his? I'm going to walk into Google and tell the guy at Google, "You suck." internet porn don't go fast enough. You gotta do something about
it. Hey, for every action there's a reaction, man.
Dog.
For every action there's a reaction.
Exactly, man.
I don't know,
appreciate
man.
it, Isaiah, man. Go ahead, Jails.
I grew up in a time when people look at you weird and be like, "Yo, what you looking at?" Like,
yeah, it's true.
So I'm extra like, don't actually say something crazy.
Mm-hmm.
When people want to pop off with what you looking at. So I get it, man. You can't just be talking crazy to people out here because you don't know the person you're talking to is crazier than you.
Factuals. and that person was Kevin from MSG.
Word.
All right, Jails. Let's go ahead and wind down.
Yeah.
Good show though, my dude. All right, man. Go ahead and promote your stuff.
All right, man. Let's check this out. New podcast drop on Tuesday, which is today actually. It's on SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Go check that out if you can. I am going to try to have that joint up tomorrow morning for YouTube. I think I'm waking up. I'm gonna try to get that going. So check that out as soon as possible. Links to my SoundCloud is in the description. Follow me. Check that out real quick. Also, you can follow me on all social media on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Links in my description as well. Go ahead and follow me there. And you can check out our blogs and merch. Link is in the description for that as well. Check out all our merch. And that is all. Definitely wait for us. Check us out Friday. We will be having a watch party Friday.
Yes, sir.
Will be me, CP, Knicks Film School, posting and toasting. Damn near all Knicks Twitter will be there. So check us out on Friday. I don't remember the name place offhand, but yeah, check out Twitter. We can be posting that on as well. And yeah, that's it.
Yes,
back
sir.
to you, CP.
Appreciate you, JLs. Good show, man.
Right.
Good show, my dude. Right. And salute to everybody who watched, man. We fell short to the Pacers tonight. 103-98. What can you do? Good performance by Moutier. Kevin Knox bounced back performance. Good shooting night. DeAndre Jordan had a good night. Damian Dotson as well. Shout out to everybody in the chat once again. You can catch the show in audio format. Join the Twitter chat. If you guys want to keep the conversation going, we have a private Twitter group going on Twitter. All you got to do is share this video with the hashtag PostgameNYK. Either myself or Alex Collins will put you into the Twitter group and you can continue the conversation. Get your merch. You heard about the Mitch Please t-shirts. Get your Mitch Please t-shirts and hoodies in the KnicksFanTV store. I put a link in the video description right below. Just click on the link and get your purchase on. And yeah, man, thanks again for everybody for tuning in, man. You guys have been supporting us from game one now to the end. We're down to about 14, 15 games left. And it means a lot that you guys are still here with us, man.
Yeah, man.
What JLs was alluding to, the public watch party for all Knicks fans in the tri-state area. We will be at John Sullivan's 210 West 35th Street this Friday for the Knicks versus Spurs game, 8:30 p.m. Come through. It's free to get in. But when you purchase food, when you purchase drinks, proceeds are going to go to the Garden of Dreams Foundation. You know they do good work. We sent them a check for about $700 last watch party, so it's a good time. They definitely appreciate the support, and we appreciate working with them. So we hope we see more people out than the first one. First one was great. Second one is going to be even better. Me and JLs will be live streaming pregame, halftime, and postgame like we did the last time. So definitely come through, and hopefully you guys get on the show as well, man. Come through, chat with us on the show. Everybody's welcome. All opinions welcome, man. And yeah, man. Let me just shout out some people in the chat. Alex Collins, appreciate it. BKB, thanks a lot. Call me Tack, thanks a lot. Richard Rowe was at the game tonight, JLs. Richard wasn't the outcome that we wanted, but you're always out there when they come to Indy. Shells, Quiet Money, appreciate it. TM, Nick Reyes, Agent Super Argo, JLs, who you got?
Yeah, Gregory W in here. Shout out to you. They call me Tack. Kendall Baquero. Enzo always put me down as well.
Yep.
Charles Lassiter. Yolano Steele Jr. Shout out to all those guys. Craig Williams is always in here. Real faithful KOT fan. Shout out to you. Ace. Shout out to you, Ace. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Ayo, pal, see you. Ace Bez, appreciate it. Rich Boy, TM, I see that comment. That's funny as hell. He said, who's the next guest? We'll get there. We got some people in mind, so we'll keep you guys posted. Keith Sinclair, GC. So see you guys Friday, either live in person or on the live stream, pregame, halftime, postgame, live from New York City, John Sullivan's Bar, 210 West 35th Street. See you guys there.